I was having trouble connecting to the internet.
Huh? Hi.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Fired up. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Keto Jesus, Vaughn Hendricks coming in from the Coach's Corner here in the Keto Kitchen Palm Beach with the amazing
Daniela Llanes, your favorite keto coach and best friend.
She's everything. Yes, that's right. How come we never run with that? She's got 10,000 best friends. If she ever talks about somebody, she says, "That's my best friend." Is that a Latin thing? Is that an Ecuadorian thing? What is that?
Stop generalizing things.
I'm just asking. I've never heard. I've been around for a while and haven't heard my Caucasian peeps talking about that they have 10,000 best friends.
I'm a people's person.
You're a people's person. I'm so glad you're a people's person. You guys should be glad she's a people person too, because you don't want to see the angry Daniela.
Mm-mm. He only gets angry, Daniela. He's the only buddy. Only person.
You guys missed it if you didn't see it one time. You got the angry Daniela, but it was towards me out there on the back porch while she was live. She didn't realize she was live. That was amazing. You guys should go back and watch that. That was awesome.
No, never watch that, please. I deleted that video and it's off the grid.
You better not have. I'm going to go check.
No, I deleted it. I went on your phone and deleted the video.
So, guys, this has been an amazing day, and an amazing 4 years for myself, almost 4 years, I should say. With this amazing transformation that I've, have gone through and have been on. And, I didn't realize when I was starting this 3.5, almost 4 years ago now, that this is exactly where I would be at. This is what I would be doing. Really expanding a global business right now. With an amazing conversation that would have never been brought to the market. Had our company not have brought this keto conversation alive with exogenous ketones. 5 years ago, there was nothing like this on the market at all, period. It wasn't even a conversation. Nobody was talking about it. And now it's one of the biggest conversations out there. And I really got to thank the CEO, Brian Underwood, for actually having enough fortitude and to see
vision.
Visionary, right? To be able to see what this could be at the moment when he did it. And today we got to launch a portion of our global expansion over into the EU and the UK markets.
Where are my friends in Spain? Where are my friends? Mis amigos en España, ¿dónde están? Well, probably you're sleeping, but it doesn't matter. I still want to call you. I'm like, come on, guys. Where are my friends in Spain, Germany, Italy,
we're in the United Kingdom,
Scotland,
guys. We're in England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland.
Netherlands, Austria, Sweden, Hungary, France, Belgium, Switzerland. No.
Oh, man, you sound pretty good. France, Hungary. We have everything, guys.
I'm hungry.
You are hungry. She is always hungry. She is a beast.
So, guys, I want to ask you something before we continue. I want to ask you to please drop a number 1 if you're watching us live, and I want you to please drop a number 2 if you're watching the replay. Also, let us know where you're watching us from. Like, are you watching us from Florida, from Connecticut, from whatever you are watching us? Let us know.
Let us know. Doreen, sometimes we all get lost, right? We have to get checked back into place.
Sometimes
that's why we have this amazing community, right? That's why we have the people around us. I'm going to stand behind Daniela.
Sorry.
Camera. Stay right there. So sometimes we get lost and you really can't find your way because things get in your way, right? A lot of times that's your own mind. That's your own perception, right? That's your own reality that you're creating. It's totally up to you on which way, when you wake up in the morning, which side of the bed you're going to get up on, if you want to use that old terminology, right? I always wake up with gratitude. I always wake up and try to be as positive as possible. I'm human too, right?
What are you
My
grateful
flesh,
for?
my flesh is not strong enough. Today, I'm grateful that we had an amazing rainstorm because a lot of people see dark,
Yes.
rainy days out there, and I see blessings. Because God is amazing, and God gives us what we need when we need it, right? Some of you guys out there may be saying, "We've had too much rain." What's too much rain? Like if God's still making it rain, that's not too much rain. I promise you. When we need it, right?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I said I was gonna share the video.
You guys share this out for us, please, so Daniela doesn't have to interrupt our live by sharing out herself. So if you guys would share this out for us, that would be absolutely amazing.
Yes, please. And please share and tag your friends. Share and tag your friends. And if your friend shared this video with you, please get back to that person if you're interested in what we're talking about, because that person cares for you and that person actually wants to help you. That person wants better in your life. So if they are sharing this video with you, it's for a reason. Just understand that things don't happen just by casualty. They don't happen just by coincidence. They happen for a reason. And you need to be able to understand that and receive it, because a lot of times we're like, oh, I don't know why I got this, and it's a blessing, and you are rejecting it because you don't even know what it could do for you. So always be open-minded and open-hearted so that you can receive everything that is for you, that is actually laid out in front of you every single day.
That's right. Hey Lola, how you doing? Doreen, guys, as you're jumping on, please let us know that you're on, because if you don't comment below, we can't see it on the streaming site that we're using. So if you go ahead and just type it down below, we'll be able to see you guys, and please let us know where you're coming in from, because again, this is a global conversation. If you're coming in from around the globe, drop your flag where you're coming in from, because it's absolutely amazing to be able. I've been saying this for a long time, right? Like, we're a global conversation. Because truly we have been. We've been in, places like Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, all kinds of different places, Australia, Canada. But now we just have been able to really link arms over in the EU and the UK. And I mean, we have something that we're bringing to them over there that's never been seen. It's the same thing it was like here 5 years ago. And let me tell you what, even here now, it hasn't even got started. We're just now getting the wheels turning on this thing. But I want to thank each and every one of you guys out there that has helped us share this conversation. Because when I started this almost 4 years ago, I could have never imagined I would be sitting where I'm sitting today, building a business in Germany right now, and hopefully Manchester by tomorrow morning, which is in Germany, but also it's another spot over there that we're in, and then hopefully over in Hungary. We have some amazing people over there. So you guys know who you are. You know who I'm talking about. And we can't wait to lock arms.
Hey, Sharon.
We can't wait to lock arms with you guys and build this global conversation, because we're not stopping. We're just getting started. And over there, there's going to have to be a lot of pioneers, right? Because the same thing happened over here when we started 4 years ago. People told us we were crazy. That's not going to work. You can't do that, and all we've been doing is proving people wrong. Ever since. And what we've been doing is education, guys, education. So what we do is so much research goes into what we do. So much research goes behind the product that we have. That's why there's 8 or 9 different patents on those products. There's a reason for that, right? Because there's constant research that's going into this. And if you guys want to know any of the research or anything behind it, like we have,
let's do it.
We can give it to you. It's not a problem.
And we can do a webinar, and we can teach you everything we know about that, but that's not the important part. The important part is the feeling of feeling better today, feeling better tomorrow, and just seeing better in your friends and your family's life. And it is amazing to see how many people around us have become a better person today. If you have been touched in any way and you're watching this video, please let us know what you feel. Tell us how you've been impacted by this amazing product, how you feel, how is your life now compared to before. Are you going out for a walk now, and before you were laying in bed tired? And what is it? What has it done for you?
The greatest thing about the product is it touches so many people's lives, even the ones that may or may not be taking the product. And what I mean by that is, like, if you become a better mom in your household and nobody else in your household is taking the product, you've just become a better version of yourself. You've just brought better to your kids. You've just brought better to your husband. Same thing when it comes with husbands. If you're in the house, you've just become a better version of yourself. So they may or may not be utilizing the product right now. Do you keep elbowing me for a reason?
I'm sorry.
Or is it?
I'm sorry.
I thought I said something
Hi,
wrong
Tom.
again.
Hi, everybody.
Yes.
Are you saying hi to my people?
Oh, with your elbow?
No, I'm
I
sorry.
thought she's throwing my hand up to say hi. It might be because she loves the camera so much and she just tries to.
No, I don't love the camera. I hate the camera. You share.
So that's why I always got my arm behind my back, so she's not beating me out of the way. But like I said, guys, this changes lives. It truly does, and it's hard to even explain sometimes, right? I try to say it like this. Sometimes, for me, it's hard. It's not hard for me too, but it's hard for people to understand. Like, if I try explaining a faith to somebody that's not a very willing, open participant to understanding who God is and things like that, and I tell you the things that He's done for me, and I tell you the peace that comes in my heart. People think and see, hey, how you doing, Jennifer? That's amazing. And the greatest part about that is we get to be part of the change in somebody's life to the positive. I've seen people coming into this that were shells of themselves. And what I mean by that, truly shells of themselves. Like, when they come in, we have the Keto Kitchen Palm Beach here. We haven't had it because of the quarantine, but we've had 50 people in this house. Oh, talking about
quarantine, I'm gonna sneeze.
We've also had, we've had 50 people in this house before. And the right people are here at the right time. It doesn't matter if it's one person or if it's 50 people. The ones that are here need what we get, or need what they get, right? And we always have to realize that the right people are in the right place at the right time. Understand that in your situation today, with everything going on in the world, you are in the right place at the right time. It's just a matter if you can realize that right now in this moment. A lot of us don't realize those things when we're in the moment. Right? We don't realize until we come out the other side, and through the transitions we just made, that's when we find we were in the right place at the right time. That's where opportunity passes us a lot of times, right? Because when you're in the moment, you don't always see the opportunity. Sometimes you have to be still and be quiet and see what's going on around you. And lately I've been able to, as being a better leader myself, been able to kind of back myself out of the grind, if you will, and kind of go above, take an aerial view and see what's going on around me, and understanding that I've had amazing people placed in my life for amazing reasons, and they all have amazing resources. So now, becoming a better leader, you start to understand people's resources. You start to understand how to utilize those resources. There's nobody that's been successful in life that's done it on their own. I can promise you that. There's nobody. They've always had a resource. They've always had people. They always had teams behind them. So anybody out there tells you that network marketing is blah, blah, blah. No, man, we get to build teams. We get to build family here. We get to lift each other up. Like, if you say that, so a football team is network marketing, a baseball team, like, teams are teams, man. It doesn't matter. Like, we're here to help one another. We're all children of God, and we want to lift each other up.
Yeah, and our goal here is just to share something that works for us, and in the way help people become better. And I'm so grateful for the people that have been put in front of us, because if it wasn't for this and for this platform, we would have never met them. So I am so thankful for all of you. I would have never met him. So we actually met because of this. So I am so grateful, and I am so thankful that I have so many friends that I never knew before. Guys, I love you all. You're all my best friends, okay? But I do want to tell you that I appreciate it, and I don't care if I had 10,000 friends. I care about my 10,000 friends that I have.
We're going to get to the point here with the reboot here in a second, but I do want to say this, your presence always does matter. Please remember that. Thank you guys for jumping on. Thank you for always commenting down below. Thank you for giving the love and sharing this thing out, because truthfully, guys, we're just here to add a little bit of value, a little bit of smile on somebody's face, because it's truthfully, you guys are blessings to us. understand that nobody's perfect. Understand that, we all go through peaks and valleys. We all have ups and downs. We all have seasons, right? And I haven't always been in the season that I'm in today. My season's been dark. I've been in many, many long low spots, right? Like, it's part of the life, right? I've been in many valleys. If you guys are with me out there and you've been in valleys, like, raise your hand, let us know, because you're not alone. There's so many people going through those same exact things today. So I just want to express that. The main thing we do want to come on is to say thank you for the expansion over into the EU and the UK, and everybody that's with us and making that conversation a positive conversation, and continuing to move forward and drive this conversation and lead with education, guys. And really lead with an amazing culture, because we have something that I've never seen before in any other platform, truthfully.
Yeah,
but we're talking about the exogenous ketones is what we're talking about. We're not talking about a keto diet. We're not talking about shifting your diet. We're talking about an amazing drink. When you hear me say life-changing and things like that, I know it can kind of be hard to comprehend when I say this drink has the possibility of absolutely changing your life. The reason I say that is because I can speak from experience. It has done it for me. It's brought me into becoming the best version of who God created me to be, because we're never done, right? We're always moving forward. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. If you're not living, you're dying. And the thing about it is we got to always remember that. You always have to move forward. Even when you don't feel like getting up that day, when you're having a bad moment, that's when you double down and you get up twice as quick. That's when you move. That's when you get up and do things. When you hear things creeping in, telling you not to do them, I promise you, that's the time to do it, because something great was going to come from you today. Something great. You were going to give something absolutely tremendous to somebody. You were going to be of value in somebody's life, no matter if that just meant you were in their presence that day. But something that morning was trying to keep you down. Something that morning was telling you not to. Something that morning was telling you don't feel good enough. You're not good enough. Well, I promise you, you're good enough, because you're all children of God. I don't care what anybody says out there. You're all children of God.
That's right.
Whether you believe that or not, that is my belief. And I'm telling you right now, you're meant for greatness. And when you're trying to be held back, you better get up and do it, because that's when something absolutely amazing is going to happen. So tell me a little bit about the 60-hour reboot that we do when we go 60 hours without food, and why we do that.
I will tell you that all right now. But I'm going to tell you also, remember, you're not alone in this. You're not alone in your journey. And if you think that you have it bad enough, just be grateful that you woke up today. Be grateful for that, because there's somebody that has it worse than you. There's someone that didn't wake up. There's someone that is not alive today. There's someone that didn't get to get another breath. So even if we're going through all these trials and tribulations, just understand that better is there. You can get to be better tomorrow. And today, just strive to be 1%. So if today you could do, let's say, 1 push-up, and that's all you can, tomorrow go for 2, and then continue increasing, and you're going to just see how your body evolves and continues to actually progress. But the only thing that we can never do is stay static. When you stay stagnant and don't move, forget it. Your body, your mind, everything is going to cripple. So please always grow, even if it has to be something motivational. Listen to a great sermon, listen to a good podcast. And I'm going to get to the 60-hour reboot in a second. And I'm going to tell you this, for me, this 60-hour reboot has been the best thing that I have ever done in my life, because it has challenged me every time. So every time that we do this, for me, it's just so amazing, because I am the type of person that I like to eat. I like to go and eat whatever I want to eat, what I want. And I do eat a very good diet. We actually follow a really good, substantious and nutritious diet. But I want to eat. I like to eat. And when you tell me I have to go 60 hours without food, and before I tried it, I said, impossible. I will never be able to do this. And once I accomplished it once, it was just like, wow, I can do this. I am powerful. It empowered me to continue to do better. So the next time I said, you know what? If I did 60, I can do 72. And I did. And once I did 72 hours, it was just amazing, amazing, amazing. And just yep, yes, Tom, I can help you with the teeth whitening after the watch party for sure. But let me tell you,
we do it all here, guys. It's not just about ketones. See, what happens is, though, that's amazing because it makes amazing connections, right? Whether we love to help people with things that we believe in. We love to help people with things that work for us. We love to help people with like the TM6 that we use, the thermal mix. The reason that we do, guys, is because it works, because it's absolutely an amazing tool. And we want to come on here and share with you on how to utilize these tools. Like somebody just asked her about some teeth whitening. That's an amazing tool, right? Like, that's the beauty here. Like, we get to do anything. We get to do that. See, hear that verbiage I said. We get to do that. We don't have to wake up and do this. She doesn't have to wake up and show Tom how to use the whitening strips or whatever it is, right? Like, we don't have to do those things.
We get the honor and the privilege of doing it. And, we do it with our heart. This is something that, when we are passionate about something, we want to help you get the best experience ever. It doesn't matter what it is. So continuing to the 60-hour reboot. So every month we do this.
We use whitening strips during the 60-hour reboot.
We don't even use them. So every month we become a metabolic boss. You know what that means? It means that you are in control of your metabolic health and that you're actually going to be in control of what you consume in these 60 hours, which is nothing but what it comes in a kit. So in this kit, it comes everything that you're going to need for 60 hours.
We probably should have got a kit for you guys.
We should have. Can you want to go get one? No. So
it comes with amazing stuff. Like, just trust us. It comes with amazing. It's the best $79 you've ever spent. You're going to go 60 hours. You're going to give your digestive system a break, guys. That's the most important part. Give your digestive system a break. Reset your metabolism. If you become a metabolic boss like me right here, what that means is you're going to drink ketones daily and reboot monthly. We do this reboot once a month. 60 hours is plenty. That's where all the great, amazing health benefits kick in. 72 hours, another good mark, right? But we have a thing here that we like to say, good, better, best, right? Because, if you go 16 hours without eating one day and you're usually used to eating every 2 or 3 hours, like a lot of people out there, that's a victory, right? You made it 16 hours. So don't ever be discouraged if all you made was 16 hours, all you made was 24 hours, because it's not all you made. You made big strides, right? So, we like to say, if you make it 16 hours, that's a good result, right? If you make it 36 hours, that's a better result. Now, I'm going to tell you this, when you do the 60 hours, because you will, it's going to be amazing, because you're going to find out, like, the power is here. It's the mental power of understanding, wow, I just conquered that. You may have seen Danielle and I do 120 hours before. You may have seen 170. You may have seen us do the 7 days, 170 hours. It's not that we recommend doing that. It's not that you have to do that. The reason that we push through and do those things is because, again, it comes back to the mind. We just want to be able to, prove to ourselves that we're capable of doing these things. And that you'll be okay doing them, 40 days and 40 nights,
40 days?
The Bible, baby.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, amen.
I know, but...
So, yeah, we didn't do 40 days. We didn't do that yet. We're going to do it, but not yet. We're going to get.
I know about the Bible. Remember what happened 40 days and 40 nights before?
So, what I was saying is we're going to do it, just not right now. But we, the greatest thing is you just get to understand your relationship with food too. You get to understand how much you eat out of emotional habits, out of just habit alone, about, maybe, you get sad or whatever. And what do? You go start eating. And it's not the best choices that you make. It's that comfort food you go to. And I want to tell you guys, like, you don't have to do that. That's an addiction. And whether you think you're addicted to it or not, I wasn't always the cleanest eater. I guess if you call drive-throughs clean eating, then that's where I was at. I was at a drive-through 3 times a day. Didn't matter which one it was.
Crazy.
I'll tell you, my thing in the morning was bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit at McDonald's with a hash brown, right? And then normally, what do they get? Well, you got to have the supersized soda or whatever goes along with it, right? Because it just comes with it. You don't want to get ripped off. You don't want to tell them, no, you don't want the soda.
That's insane.
So how many of you guys think that way out there? I know you do because I've been there. Same thing, and then it would be lunchtime, right? And so I would go there for lunch. And then I'd be like, well, I'm on my way home. I got a long drive home. I might as well take a pit stop at McDonald's again. Even though when I get home, I'm going to eat dinner. And then before I got home, I would hide the bag. I'd like crumble it up and toss it in the trash and be like, no, I didn't go to McDonald's, So it's just part of the process.
That's a bad thing. I don't want you to ever hide anything from me.
I can't hide my Big Macs from you? So guys, I don't do that anymore. I haven't been into a drive-through, and I couldn't tell you how long. And again, it's because of this drink, because this drink keeps me compliant. This drink keeps me from craving those things. I don't want to go into the drive-through anymore. So that's the thing. Like it keeps you from having that urge to do it. I can go without and not really feel like I have to have those things. It doesn't mean that I won't have a cookie every now and then. It doesn't mean that I won't have.
He usually has keto cookies.
Yeah, usually, but but if we're going somewhere, like if we're gonna be there and there's a birthday party and there's a piece of cake and somebody says, "Here, you want a piece of cake?"
He's gonna take 5.
No, but I'm not necessarily gonna be like, "Oh no, I don't want your cake," right? I'm gonna eat the cake, right? I'm human, right? I'm gonna eat the cake. But the greatest thing is I have this drink. And what this helps me do is it helps me not wake up and want the cake again tomorrow. It helps me when I go out and I know I'm going to be at a place like that. I drink one of these right before I get there because it's going to help me not eat 5 pieces of cake. It'll have me have 1 piece of cake and I'll be good. That's the greatest part about this.
Yeah, for sure. And then definitely Doreen is right. It allows us to get in tune with our bodies. And, take this time and take it to get in tune with everything, with your body, with your soul, with your spirit.
Everything.
Because you know what? You have no interruptions. You have no distractions. You have nothing that is going to steer you away from your path. So when you're fasting, it's a perfect time for you to just dive in deep into your heart and just dive deep into how you feel and how everything is around you. Because you know what? At this time, you are so aware of everything that to me has been amazing, amazing, amazing. When I do the reboot every month is when I'm more efficient at work, is when I am more productive, is when I get inspired, I get more creative. I mean, to me, it's amazing. I love it. I actually look forward every single month to rebooting. And it's kind of crazy to say, that I look forward to not eating for 3 days, and usually for two and a half. And usually we do it longer. So for us, it's like a week. So I don't even know what we're gonna do. Hey, Juanca.
Yeah, no, we really, if you guys want to join us in on that reboot, again, it's $79. And truthfully, if you go 16 hours, you did great. You still have product you can utilize after that. If you did 36, it's great. But we have groups that we put you guys into. We have a great accountability group through Facebook Messenger. And we ask you guys to share in there throughout the process, the good, the bad, the ugly, because other people are walking through the same thing you are. So if you ask a question in there, like maybe, why am I getting so cold, or why are my toes tingly, or whatever, right? Like we want to be able to answer those questions in there, because if you have that question, somebody else has that question. So please ask questions. We say that all the time, like ask questions. If you need an answer to something, there is no stupid question. Like ask the question because somebody else has the same question. They're just not brave enough yet to raise their hand and ask the question, right?
That's right.
And when I say this drink brings people out of being a shell of themselves, that was me, right? I was never a person to go on here and do a live. I was never a person to even much want to speak to anybody, unless it was
crazy to think.
Unless it was the lady at the drive-through window, ordering my food. But like realistically,
Dale, Juanca, aquí estamos. Sorry.
Which side do you want?
I'm sorry.
The straight middle? Is that what you want?
Okay, no, yeah, I'm gonna sit here.
So like I owned a pool company. I owned a pool service company. I owned where we did repairs and remodels and servicing pools. And I would go to a job and be like, man, I hope nobody's here, right? Until I started drinking the drink, because I was still doing the job. When I started this journey myself. And I soon realized that when I was drinking the drink, I was more open. Like I would go to people's back porches and I didn't mind if they were there. I would engage with them if they were there, right? I didn't try to avoid them. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then not long, I started sharing it with people on their back porches, right? Because I always wore the shirt, and this is a true story. Listen, I'm an all-in kind of guy. So, when I had my pool company, I had 50,000 pool company shirts. Well, when I became passionate about this and, I had 50,000 ketone shirts, and every day it was the same shirt. It was red and it said whatever kind of writing on it about ketones. And when I would go to people's backyards, they would say, what's that ketone thing? Again, because 4 years ago, nobody really knew what it was. Drink ketones. What does that mean? I go, whoa, you never drank ketones before? Give me 1 minute. Let me run back to the truck. I'd go back to the truck, come back, shake it up, and I would pour it for them on their back porch. And it was amazing to see the transformations within that one serving. I would have people start going like this and be like, can I be feeling this already? And I'm like, absolutely you can. Everybody's body's different. So you're going to feel something at a different time than Daniela's going to feel something. I'm going to feel something at a different time than Tommy's going to feel something. It's going to give your body what your body needs. I know that sounds crazy, but ketones actually work inside your system on what your body needs most, right? So if it's brain power you need most, you might all of a sudden notice your brain fog lift up. You might all of a sudden notice you got clear. If you have a ton of inflammation in your body and you have all this stuff going on, it's going to do some things inside your body that needs to be done. You may get better sleep the first night. Why? Because you need that better sleep. I've had people tell me, hey, this stuff is amazing. And but it's giving me a lot of energy. I'm like, trust the process. You'll get to sleep when you're supposed to get to sleep. Listen to your body. Eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. Guys, that's the diet we're giving you. This is not a diet. The diet we're giving you is eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. Well, what do I eat? Whatever you feel like eating. Because first of all, whatever it is, you're going to eat half of it because you're not going to be as hungry anymore. You're not going to snack in between meals. So imagine that. Imagine if you didn't eat breakfast, you only ate when you're hungry. That meant maybe 12, 1, 2 o'clock, whatever. If it's 11 o'clock, it could be 10, whatever. Imagine that. But imagine when you eat it, if you're used to eating, 2 bacon, eggs, and cheese biscuits, now you're only eating 1. You just cut that in half, right? So
That's
now
right.
Think about your lunch. You might have been the guy that went and got a Big Mac and 2 cheeseburgers, right? Because I was that guy. And then, you got the fries and everything else. So you might go there
crazy.
and only get the Big Mac and not the 2 cheeseburgers. How much better are you going to be for that? So this is going to, I say it all the time, let the drink do the work. And people think I'm crazy when I say
We've
that.
been together for 2 years and we have never gone to any drive-thru. Never. Not even when we have Dawson here.
Even a year and a half before we met, I stopped because I knew I had a problem. I just didn't want to admit that I had the problem, right? I knew I did. And how many of us know we do, but do we really want to admit to ourselves we have a problem? No, but until you can admit that you have a problem,
that's when you can solve
that's when
it.
You can fix it. You can look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, listen, I have a problem. I need to fix it.
And I think it's very common for people that have their own business and that they're on the road, like you, because he had a pool business, so he was always on the road. So guess what? Your brain is seeing all these signs like food everywhere, and you're tired, you're exhausted, you're hot.
Let me touch on that really quick.
Yeah.
The tired thing you're talking about. I would do that, and I would get to the next job, and I would be falling asleep.
And you already need another one.
Yeah, and I'm like, I got to go back and get something else, right? My body was metabolically deficient. It wasn't accepting the fuel source anymore because I was just loading it down with crap. If you guys can imagine a car, imagine a Lamborghini. It's a high-performance machine. It runs really, really good. It's got great fuel in it. So, it's running great. The pistons are on fire, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. But then all of a sudden, you pour a bunch of old, gunky oil all inside those pistons, and all of a sudden, what's going to happen? It's going to start to slow down. It's not going to run like a high-performance machine. Your body is a high-performance machine. You need to feed it high-performance fuel, and that's what we're doing.
And and the best way to get just a taste of what it is to be a metabolic boss, try to do.
I'm a metabolic boss.
Yeah, try to do a reset like us.
Yeah.
Try to do it. Once you finish that, you're never going to feel the same that you used to feel. You're going to be like, listen, I don't care what I have to do. I need to do this. I need to drink this better fuel. I need it. You know why? Because now I'm able to do more jobs than before. Now I'm able to be more efficient. Now I'm able to concentrate better. Now I'm able to type better. Now I'm able to be more friendly. Like now I'm not hangry. I don't have that feeling. I never get hangry. Sometimes I get angry at him, but just because I love him so much.
And let me ask you guys this, like, you know, this quarantine that's been going on and that's a whole other thing, but like the whole thing that's been going on, we've been stuck in the house and everything else. How many have gained 10, 15 pounds, you know, 20 pounds? Like it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's happened to a lot of people. Why? Because we're home and we have the refrigerator there. So we go into it and we snack and we go into the cabinet, you know, like it's happened to a lot of us. And I'll tell you right now, like I'm not even really at my top best performance position that I should be in. I can blame it on a lot of things, right? Like a lot of people now can blame things on this, you know, coronavirus and things. Is like, you know, things have happened. There's real stuff that goes on during this, but
and
you know, you
stress.
have a choice. Yeah,
stress and those cortisol levels rising, that will give you everything. Like if you were eating sugar. I mean, if your cortisol level is high, forget it. You're gonna be inflamed. You can actually be having insulin spikes and everything because your body's just kind of like attacking itself.
To be honest, right now, this time, what everybody's going through, we should be having 50, 100 people extra. Like we already have just in our little group, probably 5, I don't know, just here, like 500 people that do it, you know, but we have people all over the place, but we should have that number should double. Because if you guys really want to see a change in your life right now, if you really want to come out of this, you know, coronavirus, if you really want to come out of where we're at right now in this particular moment, and you want to try to be the best version of yourself, like this is the kickstart that you need. $79 to be able to reset your metabolism, to be able to rest your digestive system. Every time she hits me, I got to make sure I didn't say something.
You did say.
To rest your digestive system?
No, before that. But we'll
coronavirus? I can't say that?
No.
Does anybody know what coronavirus is? Is it real?
Yeah, but you can't say it.
What?
You can't. You cannot say that. You're fired.
So let me clarify. I think I didn't say that this is going to cure the coronavirus. So I'm not sure what she's getting at, but no, I never once said that. So no, guys, don't drink this and think that the coronavirus is going to go away. That's not what I'm saying. So maybe that's how she took it and perceived it with her translations, but that's not what I said. I said that a lot of us, we all deal with that. Like it's the true life, right? The way that it is.
But
right?
You need a reset. We all need a reset.
And when I say reset like that, I mean metabolically. I'm not saying virus-wise. I'm talking about because we've been going to the kitchen because we've been stuck because that was the culprit, right? So now we've gained 10, 15 pounds. So we need to reset our metabolism, rest our gut function. So that's what needs to happen. It's really up to you guys. We can't want it more for you than you want it. So we can try chasing you down all day long and saying, hey, you really need this. You really need this. But until you guys can look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I need to make a change. You know, go
like Juan Carlos. Juan Carlos just put I'm in. Juan Carlos, you are publicly, officially committed to resetting your metabolism this month. So absolutely. I'm going to send you a link and you're going to go ahead and join us together. We're all going to be no food for 60 hours and you're going to see how amazing you're going to feel. You bet you're going to feel amazing.
And what you're going to do after that, and I'm just telling you how it's going to happen, you can or cannot do it, but you're going to feel so good that you're going to want to continue. You're going to say, what's next? Like, what could I do after this, right? And we have something called a 10-day challenge kit where it actually comes with 20 sachets of ketones. And then you can just continue right out of that Reboot drinking those. Because the fuel source that you're going to have, the way you're going to feel, you're going to be lit up. When I say lit up, like a Christmas tree, you know, like the bulbs just like going off in your head. Again, it's hard to explain, but truly, like you're going to be amazed on how you feel.
I want us to tell people where are we shipping now, because this is a very important thing. Like, where are we open? Where can we ship products?
I'll tell you exactly right now. Give me
so one listen second. To these guys.
And it's going to be a lot of places. Important. That's why I got to go to my phone, because there's a lot of places. But I can tell you right now, we've been shipping to quite a few places already. So I just sent it to somebody.
Let's see.
So you can keep telling them about. Listen, guys, drop something down. Drop a comment down below. Reboot if you want the reboot.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a reboot, Juanca, put reboot.
And we also have, 10-day drink ketone challenge. You can get started that way. We also have right now something called the 60-day starter transformation starter kit that comes with 60 sachets of ketones, 60 days worth. And that's going to be an amazing experience for you guys. Let me also mention this. We do have a free product program where you guys can earn free product, right? So right now we're getting opening up, and we're shipping to places like the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. Italy will start tomorrow. Germany, Spain, Netherlands, Austria, Poland, Ireland, Sweden, Hungary, France, Portugal, Finland, Belgium. I mean, come on. That's like amazing to me, right? And there's more, but give me 1 second. I'll find the rest of them. That's where we just launched.
This is the new launch. This is new, brand new. So today we're selling in Spain. That's amazing. I am so happy because I have so many friends that are in Spain that we're going to be able to help. And, we're also going to not just offer them the product, and here too, this is not just a product. You also have a business opportunity that you can actually take advantage of and actually share better with people. So it is a no-brainer to me.
You're helping people, right? Like if you'd have told me 4 years ago, I'd be sitting in the position I am right now, doing what I do full time. And what that means is getting up every day and being able to help others. Like that's a blessing to me every day to be able to get up and do that. And yes, I say be able to get up and do it. Like we get to. It's not a chore, guys. Like we love helping you guys, and we want to thank you right now for the thousands and thousands of people that we've reached. And it's not just because of us, it's because the great people on here that help us share this conversation. So I want to reiterate this again. If somebody shared this out with you, it's because they love you. It's because they know that you can use better in your life. So, if you get in contact with us and somebody has shared this with you, can you please just let us know, hey, Lola shared this with us, Deb shared this, whoever shared this with you, like, please let us know that. Because
and Juan Carlos is my friend. I sent you the link, Juan Carlos, so when you're done here,
if it's us, it's us. But I just always have to say that. Nobody claim him. No, I say that.
Nobody claim Juan Carlos. He's mine. I'm just kidding.
I say that because
he's my friend. I'm just telling him that I sent him.
Juan Carlos knows he's your friend. Juan Carlos, don't you know you're her friend? You're her best friend. If you didn't know that. Yeah, but
and Juan Carlos, we gotta call you also to come here to do the extermination.
Yeah, definitely. So also, guys, here's where we were shipping to already. And what's amazing to me is we're going, I don't know, and maybe I could be wrong, but I don't think so. In this short period of time with a product like what we have or anything, like we have opened so many countries in a short period of time, guys. Like to me, that's amazing. The first place we got into was Canada, right? And I don't know if anybody knows anything, Canada and things like that. It's hard to get certain supplementation into Canada. They're just very strict, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just who they are. But we were able to get in there as one of the first places. And we actually got in there in the very beginning, considered a medical food supplement because it was they're looking at it as like a fourth macronutrient because it is an energy source for your body. So Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Macau, Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, like that's amazing to me.
And with this magic drink.
And the greatest thing is we have people in most of those areas drinking ketones, not because Daniela and I shared it to that specific spot, because you guys have helped us create the ripple effect. The power of one, I want you guys to realize, is the power of many. And that means without me saying yes 4 years ago, we wouldn't be standing in this kitchen right now today. God had a plan when he put this in my life. It was a vehicle to be able to help other people. So we stand here today. We have thousands of you guys helping us share this conversation at a high level because you know what it's done for you and it's changed your lives. And there's so many of you guys that you're going through my heads right now because I've seen tremendous changes in each and every one of you guys. You have become just so powerful. You become who you are, right? You become who God made you to be.
That's right.
And a lot of times life and things hold us down.
And I want to thank all of you, like all of you that are here, Doreen, Lola,
Everybody.
Denise, Wendy, who else? Juan Carlos too.
Everybody.
Thank you, everybody. You know
I
why?
don't like to start naming names because then we
Sorry,
forget
because
somebody.
we have a lot of names to
Then
say.
we forget somebody, but you all are so special. Like you guys, I hope you realize that. And when I say the things I say,
Caroline,
I don't say those things like lightly.
everybody.
When I say you guys are blessings in our lives, you guys are truly a blessing in our life. You know why? Because you're part of the reason that we're standing here right now. If you weren't in my life, I wouldn't be standing here doing what I'm doing. So I want to thank you guys for being there and always showing up and always encouraging and always cheering us on and doing those things, because there's times where we don't want to get on here. There's times where I'm like, all right, we're going to go live. And she's like, you guys know me. I just pop on a live anytime. It can be 3 a.m. and I'll get on.
Sometimes he wants to do lives at freaking midnight, and I am already wearing my pajamas.
You guys don't mind seeing her in her pajamas, do you?
Pajama.
Pajama. So I want you guys to understand that, and I want to thank you guys. And I know we tend to downplay our situations and how powerful we are, but your story matters. Your journey matters. You're going to help so many other people. You're going to inspire them to create a shift in their life. And
we're going global, baby.
We are global. Let me tell you what, we're not slowing down. And I love.
Next up is South America and Ecuador.
Yeah.
Prepárense.
Yeah, get ready. I mean, that's our mission is to open that up. But we have to create demand there, right? So we're not open there yet. But if you guys are out there right now, and you guys are like, we had already a lot of people drinking ketones in Ecuador, right? So I mean, if you guys want to be the leader over there, and it takes hard work, like to open up these countries, to open up these countries that we just did. Our company didn't just go over there and go, hey, we're thinking about opening this country. Y'all want to drink ketones? No, there had to be people like us or people coming from there to here to find out what we had, to bring it back, to like do things that, may not have been even on the total up and up to do, but we had to do that to open up the country. You have to be a pioneer. You have to be a leader. You have to be somebody strong enough and confident enough and have the courage to understand that what we have is so powerful that it's going to continue to change people's lives for generations to come. We're not just talking about right now. We're not talking about in my lifetime. We're not talking about in your lifetime. We're talking about not in my kid's lifetime, but beyond, right? So you have to be powerful enough and have enough courage to understand we have something that is life-changing. So now you take it and you lead Ecuador. You take it and you lead Panama. You take it and you lead the Dominican Republic. You take it to these places because your people need it. And you understand that your people need it, because they do. And I'm getting chills because every one of your people need it. So like, be the leader in your area and ask us, how do I get this done? Like, open up, like, hey, heard you guys on live there night. Like, I know my people need this here because, we just don't have the, we were taught one way, right? Same thing here. We were all taught one way. Eat every 2-3 hours. You're going to halt your metabolism. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to drink this. You got to do this, right? Like, we just didn't know any better until we had a visionary come through and say, listen, this is going to change lives. Like, we have something bigger in our hands right now than I can even imagine. He brought it to the market, and we've been bettering it ever since, and just keep doing it. Like, there's
and this
nothing.
is all backed by science. So this is not something that we made up.
I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't.
It's like a Mickey Mouse thing.
I wouldn't be doing
this. This is like the real deal. Something that is 100% proven that you can actually test your own blood and see the difference.
I wouldn't be talking about generational shifts. I wouldn't be talking about my kids drinking this product. I wouldn't be talking about, unless I knew, backed by science. I'm a science guy. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I love the science behind things, right? It's like, in math, numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? Well, your blood doesn't lie. If your blood's telling you have this much ketones in your system, then that's what you have. You're not tricking that. There's not a trick that you're going to do. And it's backed by some of the top thought leaders when it comes to this stuff, guys. And we're not sitting here making this up. But I do feel like I'm sitting here sometimes trying not to tell you what we have, because I'm not somebody that sells anything, right? I'm somebody that shares my experience. And sometimes I started to find out, asking people, what is it that we do? Like, you see us, can you tell me what we do? And they're like, yeah, you do the keto diet, you know, your diet this, diet that. And I'm like, hey, we've been going at this all wrong, because they think we're doing a diet, and if they want to try a diet, that's great, but the diet's so hard, most people won't stick to it. Most people aren't going to do it. They're not going to do it correctly, but maybe they will, maybe they won't. But we have something that is simple as this, and our people aren't getting it because we're not portraying it right. We're not telling you guys what we have. So from this point forward, I vowed, about a week ago, like, we're going to tell you guys what we have. It's up to you to make this commitment or walk through there to hit the journey. We've started utilizing some programs that we're putting together for some amazing chiropractors and other offices around here, because these guys have a passion for it too. But they're so busy doing what they're doing that they can't share the product. They can't share everything that needs to be shared education-wise about this. So we're putting a program, and if you guys have a chiropractic office out there, if you guys have any kind of office out there, a dental office, it doesn't matter. If you have people coming in and you care about their health and you care about their well-being, and you want to see people get better, you want to see people do better, be better, and feel better. If you have something like that, please hit us up, and we'll share the program that we have. And it's as simple as just plugging them in. And you guys get rewarded for helping the people that are already coming to your office that may be struggling with certain things, right? So if that's you out there, I know we have a lot of you guys that watch us and follow us. Please raise your hand. Don't think of this as an extra job. Like, oh my gosh, if I bring this in, I'm going to have to do this much to push this. It's not about pushing it. It's about educating people. We're there to educate your people. So what's everybody doing right now? They're doing Zooms, they're doing webinars. Like, you have an email list. We educate your people through your email list, right? You send out to an email, we're going to have a Zoom at this time. There's a call on at this time. And then, we take them, we educate them, they get into the platform, and then we take it from there and we educate them, we coach them, we give them accountability, we give them everything they need to be successful.
And we will never let you fail. So as long as you put your effort, which is show up, so 90% of being successful is showing up. So if you showed up, that to me already shows me the level of commitment that you have. And once you show up, I can give you my all. But if you don't show up and I have to be chasing you, then how can I guarantee results? Because that means that you're not being consistent and you're not being true to yourself. You need to be true to your goals, and you need to understand that it does take a level of effort, even if it's this small, to...
And that's been a learning curve that we've had to go through. We've wanted it so bad for people that we spent so much time trying to chase them down and call them and keep them accountable that I'm like, it's worn us out, and it's taken our attention and not being able to give it to somebody else that really wants it. So that's a learning process, right? We've had to learn through the program. So we've had to understand, like, if you're not ready, you're not ready. It's nothing against you.
And this is just not your time.
Exactly. It's not that you're not going to be ready. Exactly. We've had people for so long that have been watching us. And they're like, I want to do it. And then they back off and we don't see them again. I'm not going to chase you down, right? I might throw out there like, hey, this sale's going on. So if you want to try it, now's the time. If you do, great. If you don't, I just didn't want you to miss out, right? I'm not going to harp on you for not doing it. Like, listen, you're where you're at the right time, at the right place for the right reason. So God's got you there. And if it's not here right now, hey, we love on you where you're at. That's fine. That doesn't mean you can never come to us, call us, do it. Like, we're going to love on you no matter who you are or where you're at. Like, we're not telling you have to do this. If you're doing something else, that's your thing. Do it. Like, if it's working for you, do it. If you're doing something else that seems to be working for you at the moment,
amazing,
keep crushing it.
Yeah, that's 100% right. And then, just so you know, guys, sometimes we assume that everybody knows what we do, but sometimes we assume wrong because maybe we're not clear. And we do have a business opportunity. We have a product that you can purchase. You can purchase from us or from anybody that is championing this conversation. So if anyone share this video with you, please get back to them, and they will be able to guide you into the direction of how to go about it, how to get it, how to buy it, or whatever. What I want you to know, that besides that, you also get us as a support. So you get a whole team as support, not just one person, just many, many people going in the same direction, just looking to be better tomorrow.
I touch on that business side really quick too, because we do talk a lot about how the product has changed people's lives, and I kind of forget, and I don't mention a lot of times how the business has changed people's lives. And it doesn't mean that when you start tomorrow, you're going to become a millionaire. This isn't a get-rich scheme. This is something that you have to put your love and heart into. This is something you put your grind into as much as you can or want, right? And what I mean by that is, something as simple as $50 can be life-changing for some families. Something as simple as not paying for this product but being able to drink it for free is life-changing for families. We got to think that, if we want to earn $1 million, somebody out there wants to earn $100. The $1 million that changes our lives, $100 can change somebody else's. So everything in life is a perspective on how you look at things,
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast, and in that podcast, they were saying, how many people could be better if they had $50 extra this month, $100 extra this month. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we minimize that,
Never.
And we're like, well, it's only $50 or it's only $100. But you know what? You don't know what somebody might be short on the rent for $100, for $50. And, they might not be able to make their payment because of that. So, it is selfish from us sometimes that we don't share enough, that we do have an opportunity to make whatever you put your mind into. Because if you put the effort that you put into it, that's what you're going to get back. So where you put your energy, where you put your focus, you're going to see the results. That's what you're going to see. If you're just, like passing by and you just show up once in a while, and you don't tell anyone what you're doing, don't tell me that doesn't work. What doesn't work is what you're doing.
And sometimes that's okay if that's where you're at. Like, trust me when I say this, like, we weren't always as vocal to be able to tell you guys what it is we have. Why? Because, we are beating ourselves down. There's a stigma about it. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing that because, oh, this, that, like, no, we're being selfish for not doing it. It's all about doing the activity. So if I offer it to you and you say no, well, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's not your time. That's good. Like, where you're at right now must be an amazing spot in life. Like, keep crushing it, right? But at least I offered it. So if I went by and I didn't offer it to you, but $50 or $100 or free product would have changed your month, would have changed your last 2 months, and I didn't offer it to you, like, who am I? Like, I'm prejudging you. Nobody should prejudge anybody. You should never, ever prejudge anybody. You should offer everybody anything. I've been trying to, I've been leading in a different way and been telling everybody that, listen, you need to switch your mentality on, how can I better serve you? Be a servant leader, be a servant to others. Like, really ask them, how can I better serve you? What can I do for you? What do you need from me? How many of you guys do that? I make sure that throughout the day in my conversations and when I put things in text and I do those things, if I'm preaching it and I'm helping my team grow that way, you better bet I'm growing that way. That's who I am. I'm not telling people to drink this and they're not drinking it. I am a product of the product. I am who I am. And sometimes we question ourselves. Am I who I really say I am? Right? Like, you are. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Like, I'm here. Like, that's me. Like, I know I am who I am. And I know that I'm giving the right guidance. I know that I'm taking people in the right direction. But I always question myself. Like, am I? Am I leading these people down the right path? I had to get over that. That was kind of something that was holding me back for a while. And I don't know if I'd call it holding me back, but it had me in the position that I needed to be in for the amount of time that I was there, because that's what I needed. Right now, I'm able to break those walls down and move forward and become even better because I was in that position for so long. So everybody that's on here that's listening to me right now, that is part of our community, understand, like, I vow to never let you guys down. Like, I want you guys to surpass where we're at by 10,000%. Like, I want nothing
10,000% I love.
nothing but the best for you. Like, I want you guys to thrive. I want you guys to start dreaming big. I want you guys to start dreaming global. I want you guys to make sure without a vision, people perish. Like, have a vision, know where you're going. That was hard for me for a long time. I had a hard time setting goals and doing a dream board and doing a vision board and things like that, right? But I understand how powerful that is, because you have to set goals, no matter how small or big they are. And the one thing that you always have to do is listen. You may not hit that goal. Like, that goal may be a little too big. You might have set it a little too high. It just means you didn't hit it right now. But I want to ask you to do this: raise your standards. Okay, don't have your standards way down here, because if your standards are down here, that's where you're going to be. You're going to hit your standards every time, right? So if all of a sudden I start raising my standards and I start coming up here and I realize I'm good enough to be up here, like, realize wherever you're sitting right now, you have more to give. And what that means is you have to raise your standards. If you keep your standards low, and that means you're going to keep yourself low. You're going to keep yourself buried. Raise those standards. I deserve to have what God gives me. I deserve to have all the blessings that come to me. I deserve to receive those. You have to give to receive. And I had a very big problem with receiving for a long time.
That's right. And you know what? A lot of times, for me, it was very hard for me to get on the camera and just be vulnerable. Just understand that, I don't care if you're judging me or not. That doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to be me, and I'm just going to share what works for me. And if you don't want to watch it, amazing. And if you don't feel like watching it, don't watch it. That's fine. But we do appreciate you, and your presence matters. So if you're going to be present, be a positive presence. You know why? Because you're just going to be that beacon of light that is going to shine around you, and it's going to actually help someone else. It's going to inspire somebody else. It's going to maybe drive someone to be better tomorrow. So please be positive. Don't listen. We don't fit into any negativity. We don't watch anything in the news, nothing like that. I understand that sometimes you need to be informed, but I'm going to tell you, I don't need to be watching all that craziness, riots, and all that stuff. I can't do it.
There's a lot of times we have little lives around here. My son, 10 years old, like, if we watch it, he watches it. If he feels it on us, he feels it, right? Like, you got to be careful of the energy you portray to other people, because your energy exudes on other people. And the thing is, as we talk about all these things, it truly resonates highly to me that, it's amazing that we get to do what we do, truthfully. Like, it's a blessing. I don't say that lightly. It is a true blessing. It's a blessing that God gave me this vehicle almost 4 years ago, and I kind of beat myself up for not sharing it at a higher level sooner. But I understand that I was supposed to be.
That was your timing.
It was my timing. And I understand that. And some people have a hard time understanding that. And they think, I should be farther than I am. I should have this and I should have that. You have exactly what you need right now at this moment. You're making the exact amount of money that you need to make right now at this moment. You may want to make $20 million, but at the moment, if you have $20 million, I don't know where you're at in life, but like, if I would have got what I thought I should have had back in the day when I thought I should have had it, I would definitely be dead. I would have been wrapped around a tree. I did stupid things back in the day, right? Like, I'm not perfect. My flesh is weak. I understand. That's why I allow Jesus Christ to lead the way each and every day, because if I didn't, I don't know where I would go, what I would do, right? I know my flesh is weak, and I understand that.
And the moment that we can recognize that, we can actually be better, because as soon as you can say, listen, I'm weak, I'm not perfect, a lot of times we are beating ourselves up because we're like, oh, why did I do this? Listen, I'm human. I make mistakes. I made mistakes, and I'm not perfect. And even though sometimes I'm
she made a mistake
perfect
today, I don't know, but she made a mistake.
When?
I don't know, but you made a mistake. We all make mistakes.
No, I didn't. I was super good.
We all make mistakes.
But anyway, we all make mistakes. And, sometimes.
Oh, that's one thing they want to say too. Now you say mistakes, because what I was going at earlier was like, listen, if you're the one out there that judges people, take that black robe off. And the reason I say that is because some people say, when they see, Keto Jesus on here, like, oh, that guy thinks he's God. No, negative, not in any way, shape, or form. You just heard me tell you that I am weak. My flesh is weak. The reason that I utilize the Keto Jesus is because my team has called me that for a long time. And I repelled that for a long time. I would tell people, do not call me that. I am the furthest thing away from Jesus. Like, no, don't call me that. Don't call me that. But we have an amazing man in our life, Tommy Pichardo, that came to us probably about 7 or 8 months ago now. And just sometime out of the blue, I asked him, I said, Tommy, how did you actually find us? Like, he found us online. And I said, well, how did you find us? And he said, well, I was scrolling through and I saw Keto Jesus on there. And I thought, wow, this guy must be Christian. Let me check him out. And that's why he came to us. So you know what that means? You know what resonated with me right in that exact moment in time? Like, I'm attracting the people that I want to attract. I'm attracting the people that need to be in my lives, the ones that God's putting in my lives because we're like-minded, going in the same direction, correct?
That's right.
That's the beauty of it, right? Like, you don't want everybody in your life. And the reason why is because you don't want the drains in your life. You don't want the people that are sucking life out of you. You want the ones that are going to pour life into you and tell you that you're amazing each and every day, that tell you you have this, you got this. Like, you are the person that God created you to be, and be that 100% of the time. Be authentic, lead with your heart.
Be true to yourself. And you know what? Just understand that you are the person that you say you are. You are. Just never lie to yourself. Look in the mirror and be that person. Be the person that you're seeing in front of you. Don't pretend to be anybody else. You don't need to. Huh?
Did he just purchase?
Yes, Juan Carlos. Woo!
All right.
Juan Carlos is in. Juan Carlos is in.
Get ready.
Juan Carlos is in. Okay, you see?
Congratulations, because
woohoo! And also, we need you to come to our house to do an extermination.
Yeah. We got some daddy long legs, just saying.
Daddy long legs are invading the house.
Not invading, but
not invading.
She says
the corner.
She sleeps with them, but
ew, no.
But thank you guys. Like, that's amazing, because I truly get so excited when that happens, because people start this not realizing what it really is and how much it's going to change their life. And when I said that before about people being a shell of themselves, I see people walk in this house. Normally young people, like, people bring their kids in here, and people walk in here and they sit on the couch and they put their earphones in and they just sit there, right? And they just don't want to have anything to do. They don't want to interact. But by the second, third, fourth time that they come here, they come in with a smile. They come in and start shaking my hand, hey, sir, how you doing? Like, and to me, I just go, it puts the biggest smile on my face to hear some of the stories that we hear and how we change kids' lives. How kids are now asking girls to prom, which they never, ever would have done in their life had they not have had this product in there to open them up, to help them maybe lose the 20, 30, 40 pounds that they needed at the moment to be confident again, right? How many of us aren't confident out there anymore because we just don't look the way we want to look? We just don't feel the way we want to feel. How many of us out there? Everybody. I was there. I was like,
I was there too.
I was like, what is this? Like, I can't even bend over to tie my shoe without coming up for a breath and then going back down because I was in the drive-thru line all the time.
And this is not even about being physically fat. It's about being self-esteem fat, mentally fat. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. Like, maybe people don't even notice any difference in you, but in your mind, you look in that mirror and you're like, oh, everything doesn't fit. This doesn't fit. This doesn't fit. I got to get a bigger size. I got to get all of that. Trust me, that is so traumatic and so crippling, because you start feeling like, I'm not good enough. And, once you start going into that cycle, it's just a cycle that catches you and then it wraps you around. And then it's so hard to get out until you find the right people around you to surround yourself with. And that, to me, has been the biggest gift that I ever had, because you know what? Right now, I feel empowered every single day. Every single day, I feel empowered that I have a community, that I have friends, and that I have people that care about me, that they want better for me, and that they just want me to be the best version of myself. I have so many people that rely on me to actually help them, to keep them accountable. And it's not just for you, that is for me.
Thank you.
Because if I have to keep you accountable, I have to give my best. So I can't ask from you to give your best if I'm not doing it. So thank you. And I want to really, really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that for me, because you just made me a better person tomorrow, today, yesterday, and 2 years ago. Because the day that I started this, I became a better person all around.
Absolutely.
Even though I was already awesome and amazing and I was everybody's best friend, but now I'm able to actually give you something tangible that
She
can
was
be like,
out in the real
here
world
you go,
until she came behind
try
closed
this.
doors. But I want to, be mindful of you guys' time. Thank you guys for sticking on here. I mean, we've been on a little over
You guys
an hour
are amazing.
But what I did want to say is, anybody that wants to get started with the Reboot, please just drop Reboot down below. We can put our telephone number in here, and they can text us Reboot if they want. Just drop it here. And then also the 10-day drink ketone challenge, if you want to get started that way. We also have the 60-day transformation, the starter pack that's 40% off right now, $234. It is very inexpensive for a life-changing opportunity. It's going to take you in a different direction within the next 6 months. But then I also want to say, we all have choices in life. If you want 5 and 10-day packs too, we do have those. We sell them out that way. But you're going to be saving money if you just go online and do it. I'll just be honest with you right now. We don't have it for what you can get it for online at this moment in time. But we all have choices. So we all have the good wolf and the bad wolf. We all have the devil and the angel, right? You guys, we all have it. But I say this, like, each day it's your choice on which one you feed. Right. So if I keep feeding the bad wolf, who's going to win? The bad wolf is going to win. And I'm going to become the bad wolf. Right. But if I continue to choose to feed the good wolf every day, because we each have one inside of us, they're both in there. But which one are you going to lean towards more? I just choose in the last few years, about 3.5 years to feed the good wolf on a daily basis, to continue to feed the good wolf, to continue to give the good fuel to the good wolf, because it makes me a better person. So I want to read a little something, and we talk about resistance too a lot. And, when you meet resistance, the thing you want to do is step through the resistance. The moment you feel like you shouldn't do something, get up and do it. The moment you feel like, and maybe you guys, if you've ever been to the gym out there, have done this before, because I know that I have. How about you guys going and like, man, I don't want to go to the gym today. I just don't feel the gym today. I don't want to go to the gym today. I don't want to sleep in. I don't want to go to the gym. But then you get to the gym and you absolutely smash it. Like, you just crush the gym. Have you guys ever had that moment? Because I do. And I'm like, man, I'm glad I came to the gym, right? Because you stepped through your resistance. There was something that was resisting you to not go. Okay, whatever that was. But you know what? Instead of letting that resistance stop you and sit back down on the couch, you persevered, you pushed through, and you used the resistance as your power. But there's a little, it's called a tale of two wolves, right? And this is actually, through our company, we do these events, and our CEO talks about this quite a bit. But the tale of two wolves, is an old Cherokee told his grandson, my son, there is a battle between two wolves inside of all of us. So remember that there's always a battle between two wolves inside of us. So don't think you're the only one that fights with being good or bad, right? Like, everybody has it in there. It's just, what do you do, right? One is evil. It is angry, jealousy, greed, resentment, lies, and ego. The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, humility, kindness, empathy, and truth, right? That's what I choose to lean towards every day. And I say the number one thing on there is really love. You have to learn to love one another. Like, learn to love people where they're at. Learn to love people where they're at. And then it says the boy thought about it and asked, grandfather, which wolf wins? And the old man quietly replied, the one you feed, right? So that speaks volumes, because I used to feed the bad wolf. I did. I was very, very feeding the bad wolf every day for a long time. I didn't realize I was at the moment And there's probably a lot of us out there that do not realize that. But I came to a realization that, man, I got to stop feeding that bad wolf, because I'm going to end up. That's why I thank God every day that I'm here, guys. And that's why I have a peace in my heart. And that's why I put everything at Jesus Christ's feet, because I knew I wasn't strong enough. I just knew I wasn't. So I want to thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always tuning in. Please drop down below if you guys want to get started. Text us, message us. Even if you just want information, like you're not sure if you want to get started, you're like, man, I'm not really sure. Invite somebody to the next live. Like as soon as you see us pop on, like have somebody come on and watch it with you. And then, just, hey, I need some information. Tell me about that reboot. We'll send you a video about the reboot. We have everything you guys need. So we just need your commitment to do better, be better, and feel better. And if you guys commit to that, say I'm committed, and we'll meet you where you're at. So
that's right. Guys, with that being said, I want to thank you all for sticking around with us. And keto every day. Arrivederci. Please, if you watch this video and you're still on, please put the location that you're watching us from. And number 1, if it's live. Number 2, if it's the replay. And we love you so much. And see you tomorrow.
One more time. If somebody shared this video out with you, please get back with them, because it's super important for me, because I want to make sure that people understand they can share this video, especially the ones that utilize and share this product with us and get free product and earn money utilizing this product. Like, we're not here to snag somebody that you should, like, no, like if you came here, make sure you let us know who invited you to this video. Get back with that person. They can get a hold of us, get the info. They have the info. Like, we got you guys.
So remember, if somebody invited you, get back to the person that invited you to this video. Remember that. We love you.
Love you guys. Keto every day.
And you still get us too. Bye.
You always get us.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.